A few moments later.
Di ba bawal magdala ng cellphone sa Before we begin, I would just like to point out that this video has been shot at different times during the day. I wasn't really satisfied with the audio of the initial recording because I don't really have a proper mic to begin with and also a proper camera, but I'll try my best to work with what we have. Anyways, let's begin with the video. Hi, my name is Angelo Basco. I am an architecture student at the University of Santo Tomas, and I also have a hobby of editing videos. Right now, I am a video editor for UST Tiger TV, which means that while I'm busy studying architecture, I also get to brush up a little bit more on my video editing skills, like the masochist that I am. Kidding aside, today we are going to react to a music video for Diego Guiterrez's new song called I Don't Think You Can. To be honest, I'm not really too familiar with Diego Guiterrez, but the reason why I thought I would watch this music video is because the music video was actually shot at my old school from when I was in kindergarten, and by extension elementary and junior high school, which is really interesting. But I've always personally wanted to shoot a short film at this location because, for one, there's a lot of trees in the area. The interior of the school follows a very strong green and yellow color scheme, which really helps in making any short film or any video in particular look consistent all throughout, because obviously colors, help sort of bring the video together, and it's not going to look like a huge mesh of stuff. Also, that cell phone is not allowed at my old school. That would be confiscated all at once, and then the teachers would just start inspecting people's bags for phones. I won't talk too much about the rules and regulations of my old school. Instead, I would just focus more on the filmmaking aspect of this music video. The way this is going to work is that I'm going to watch the video twice. The first time, I would just try to absorb as much of the video as I can without pausing and, without much commentary. Afterwards, I'm going to rewatch it again, only this time, I'm going to try my best to give some of my insights regarding the way that the video was edited, the cinematography, and maybe a thing or two about the filmmaking process. So, enough talking, let's begin. Okay, so that was my initial reaction to I Don't Think You Can. First impressions, song-wise, not really my genre, but it is an easy listening song that you can probably listen to during your pastime. Again, I'm not gonna comment too much on the song itself, but music video-wise, I remember my friend telling me that this video kind of reminded him of the early 2010s, the typical Filipino love song kind of look and feel with the warm, kind of saturated colors. Obviously, as we went towards the end of the 2010s, there was a sort of a tonal shift in the way that Filipino music videos have been produced, with people actually trying their best to capture that sort of muted cinematic feel. I'm not necessarily sure as to how that came about, but obviously with sort of the social political climate of the Philippines from 2016 onwards, I'm not really gonna talk too much about that in here, but as for this music video, it is sort of evocative of the early 2010s look of indie Filipino love songs. Some people may like it, some people may not, but it does give off a bit of a nostalgic feel. Obviously, this being shot at my old school kind of helps, but also with the color grading and the lighting of this music video, it does give off that like early 2010s, sort of I guess not necessarily happier times, but we'll delve into these things as I give the video a second watch. And so yeah, enough talking, let's just watch the video again, shall we? Okay, so obviously the first shot being the most important in making a short film or a music video, we're presented with a couple of things. One, this text message with, Jefferson and How, which I assume is the actual boyfriend of the girl in this music video, who was first revealed in the middle of the music video. There's this other guy who was, being shown to, he's the first guy to be shown on screen. So we sort of make this connection that the two of them are related to each other, that maybe they are the boyfriend and the girl, they are a couple. Obviously, with the twist in the middle of the music video, this isn't the case. But again, since this is the first thing that we are presented with, we're sort of led to believe that they are the couple of this music video. I guess one comment that I would have is the use of the text box, as in right here. As you can see, there are some like pixelations. It is a bit pixelated, or maybe the quality isn't really that high as compared to the text. And also the I actually like the animated emoji. It's very interesting, but I guess just to sort of make the difference in quality a bit less apparent, I would make it a little bit smaller. But I guess they sort of did this with the thought that obviously people wouldn't be able to read it as easily if they made the text a bit smaller. But I don't know, it's just a personal preference of mine. And also I really like the use of color in this movie, this music video. There's a lot of like consistency in the colors of the location, production design of the music video, with lots of green, and you'll see a lot of yellow later in the music video. Even there's a lot of yellow, and also the color red, where red obviously signifying love and passion and things like that, while yellow signifying joy. But also there's a lot of green, and some people associate the color green with envy. So obviously that is a theme that is explored quite extensively in this music video, and even in the song itself talks a lot about envy and jealousy. So it's quite fitting. I'm not really sure if that's sort of intentional, but if it is, good on you, big brain. But even if it isn't, I assume I'm just sort of inserting meaning into this, but it's a very nice coincidence. I actually like it. Let's continue. Okay, there is a bit of an inconsistency in the color grading. Obviously this is a little bit warmer while this is a little bit cooler. I guess it's a little bit of a nitpicky thing, but subtle things that sort of takes away from the overall cohesion or cohesiveness of the video. But I'll let it pass. Also, look at the frantic movement of the camera as well. They're in a hurry, so there's a lot of motion blur and intercutting. That is beautiful lighting as well. I assume they shot this during the golden hour, which is from 5 to 5:30. I assume the sun rays coming from one side. It really helps sort of enhance the atmosphere. Sometimes people don't really pay too much attention to lighting, but we really should, because lighting really does help elevate the look of a video, even without using like the best camera equipment out there. Just your phone. If you get the lighting down, if the lighting conditions are really good, especially here with given this is golden hour, this is beautiful. I wish they sort of held that shot a little bit longer. That this one. I assume there really isn't that much important here in this shot, so they just sort of cut it in this short. But obviously just out of curiosity, like people would want to see what is written on the paper. So I wish they could have just held on to this shot a little bit longer. Again, look at this scene as well. Again, I'm talking about the consistency in the colors, like the prevalent yellow with the green, and obviously the titular characters wearing red, while the other characters, the people in the background, they're wearing sort of hey, that's, and that's actually not allowed in our school. You're not allowed to have ripped jeans. And obviously, the other characters wearing different colors, while the two sort of like titular characters of this music video are wearing red. Again, red signifying love. Again, like with the library as well, like just the consistency in color, like so much yellow and the green helps make the video feel very cohesive. And so, sometimes when people are looking for location, where to shoot a video or short film, people look into these things, the colors of the location. What does the color signify? Like obviously yellow being sort of joy and warmth, lightheartedness, whereas blue would be sort of a bit moodier and things like that. And obviously this being a love song, there will be a lot of warm colors as well, but there's also like touches of green, which again I've mentioned a while ago. It signifies envy and jealousy. Again, I don't know if this is intentional, but if it is, very good. Also, whoever is in charge of erasing the whiteboard is not doing a good job. How difficult is it to just erase the whiteboard, man? I like that the introduction of this third character was made in this sort of in the part where this song sort of like quiets down for a bit. In the following scenes, you'll see that the editor actually did a good job of sort of matching the lyrics of the song to what is actually being shown on screen. Obviously, the guy wasn't there at the very beginning, and the guy who we've been seeing for the rest of the video, he's the one that's there, but the two are already, boyfriend and girlfriend, but then he's not around all the time, but the other guy is. Again, like the lyrics matching the visuals, what is being shown on screen. Just observe the lyrics and what is being shown. See, again, like, throw it to the side, the flowers, she threw it to the side. Yeah, like that man, obviously, like that man. And I don't think you can. And then it transitions into this scene with the two of them being happy together. So obviously, it goes to show that maybe the girl actually does feel something for this guy and not for the other guy. So he's sort of saying that, maybe maybe you do love that other guy, but if you can really love him that sincerely, then good on you, but I don't think you can. I mean, obviously look at them, they're happy together. I mean, I'm not even sure if that's, in a way, if we sort of switch gender roles here, then obviously the the guy would be, you'd say that, oh, look who's cheating, obviously the girl is kind of cheating on this other guy. I'll just continue the video anyways. Also, I would just like to mention, obviously, the shift in the mood, after having been sort of revealed to us that this other guy is not really sort of the girl's significant other. Like, she actually has another person who she calls her boyfriend. Look at the scene. Look at the setting. Like, overcast and a lot more green, although obviously there is a lot of red on the foreground, which shows that maybe they are in fact in love. But again, at the background, it's kind of, there's a bit of, storms brewing, like this isn't, maybe this isn't right, like something bad's bound to happen. It's coming, but also I really like the fact that they actually match the color of the car and the color of the pepero box is, they're all red. I think it's really actually quite intentional, but if it isn't, I'm not entirely sure. I guess it is intentional that they sort of did these sort of creative decisions in the production of this music video. So, and obviously, as you can see from the very beginning, at the beginning of the music video, the scene feels a little bit warmer. There is a little bit more of that warmth. But then as we sort of progress in the music video, the color grading feels a little bit more neutral, a bit more muted. It's very subtle, but if you'd actually observe, like here, obviously the lighting coming from, it's all artificial lighting, no more warmth coming from the sun, while there is still a little bit of that yellow, but there is, the mood feels a bit more sort of somber, if you will. Like there is still a bit of the warmth, but again, having been revealed to us, sort of this predicament that is being shown in this music video. So okay, so obviously we don't know if the girl actually does feel something for this guy, or maybe, who knows, maybe she actually feels uncomfortable. It's the fact that it's not necessarily directly revealed to us. Sometimes people have this tendency where they would like want to reveal something to the audience or the viewer, when sometimes the best thing to do, the best creative decision to make, is to just not make that reveal and just let the audience sort of think for themselves. Okay, does the girl actually see the guy as just some other friend that she has? And sometimes when the guy does things like this, like she might actually feel discomfort, or maybe she actually does feel something for this guy and is feeling a bit conflicted. And that's it. That's the end of the scene. I actually like the use of text as well, like the use of yellow text tying in to the whole color scheme of the music video of green, yellow, and red. A lot of freelance filmmakers or student filmmakers take colors for granted. Like when you're creating a short film, there should be a cohesive sort of color scheme, or sort of a color palette that a film has to follow. Again, the colors conveying different sort of meaning. So it is up to the sort of production team to decide like what is the color dominant color palette of the film or the video. I mean, what else do I have to say? It's the video is it's typical. I've probably seen a similar kind of video to this before, but it does actually sort of nail a lot of the filmmaking basics down to a T. And the thing is, I can probably do this as well. It's all about making those creative decisions from the beginning, from the pre-production, and because executing this video or this short film, if you will, you can easily do this on using any phone or camera, recording device, whatever. You just have to be sort of intentional with the kinds of creative decisions that you make, because obviously this video is created without a high budget. It forces the filmmaker to become more deliberate, more intentional with his approach in the filmmaking process. And that's the beauty of low budget short films or music videos like these. These are videos that anyone can do, that I can do, that you can do. And yeah, and that's it. Diego Guiterrez's music video for I Don't Think You Can. The music video, it's not really trying to reinvent the wheel or anything. Frankly, it does kind of feel a bit cookie cutter. But what I can appreciate about the music video is that it really nails the basics of filmmaking down. Save for some nitpicky editing things like the first scene with the inconsistency in the color grading and sort of the slight pixelation of the text box and all of that. But what's great about this video is that it is something that any of us can do, even without a budget. I mean, there's a lot of good music videos out there that were created without the help of a big budget production. Again, it's really all about paying attention to the basics of filmmaking and storytelling, and anyone can create a music video like this one. Personally, I really like Zild's music videos for QC and Apat because they are sort of low budget, but they really sort of lean in to that low budget, almost home video kind of look, which is very evocative of the 90s, which really gives the videos a nostalgic feel. At the end of the day, if a music video is able to make you feel something, then obviously you've done a good job as a filmmaker. You obviously have to be very intentional in your approach as well. So I guess, just for fun, I could just rewatch the video for a third time and then point out lahat ng mga violations nila ate at kuya sa school na yan because there was so many. ang daming mga violations nila ate at kuya, but I guess I'll just leave that discussion up to you guys. So what do you guys think about the music video? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Christ loves you. Love your parents. Love your neighbors. Love your enemies. Spread love, Wag lang sa taken na. Seriously. Hoy, bawal mag-cellphone. Ay, confiscate na yan. Girl, bawal yung crop top na yan sa Sorry, kung saan ka po komportable kaso not in Diba dapat may morning assembly yan? Bawal yan. Those changing seats. Nako, sumbong kita kay sir. Nako, lumalapit mo siya. Nako, masyado kayong malikit na PDA. Sitting on the teacher's table. Bawal yan. Nako. Pati yung lanyard na yan. Pwede ba mag-iba ng lanyard? Di ba bawal? Alam ko bawal eh. Ba't katingin mo? Ay, wag ka may jowa na yan. Ang feeling mo. Ayan na yung jowa niya. Wala. Uli ka, balbon. Mas malaki pala yung bulaklak niya eh. Dumi-dumi mo! Uy, loitering, bawal yan. Malis ka na, umuwi ka na. Tinatawag ka na ng service mo. Kung may exam kayo, dapat diretso uwi. Oh, sus, ang sweet niyo. May jowa na yun. Girl, sumbong kita kay Ito yung pangalan ng Jonathan ba yung pangalan niya? Ay, Jefferson pala. Busy. Saan ka na yung Jonathan? Dunkit, Jonathan. Dunkit. Yan, di na siya komportable siya. Girl, may feelings ka ba sa kanya? Sumbong kita kay Jefferson. Oy, ba't ka tingin mo? Oy, may jowa na nga yan eh. Sumbong ko kayo kay Jefferson.